Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to learn about Reentrant functions, applications of Reentrant function, and side effects of functions. Reentrant functions are used in hardware interrupt handling and recursion. Okay, we have some conditions. What are conditions of Reentrant function? In Reentrant function, don't use static and global variables or data. Okay, and should not and the function should not modify its own code, otherwise there will be a side effect. Okay, this is called, if a function modify its own data, it is called side effect. That particular function is not reentrant function. I will show you the example of side effect. And our reentrant function should not call another reentrant function. Okay, it will hamper its earlier course of action. Okay, reentrant functions are those which can be called any number of times and do not change the state of running program other than those specified explicitly. An easy way to achieve this is to ensure that a function modifies only the return values. If we modify only return values, we can achieve this. Okay. In this example, I'm showing you, let me just, okay. We can see here, this is the side effect code. Okay, we have here int myfunc, and and we have a global variable int I, and in the definition we are printing the value I, and we are incrementing by 1. We are incrementing I by 1. Okay, but here is the problem. What I say, that don't use static or global data during writing the reentrant functions. Here we have used a global variable. If we run this code, let me show you what happens. Side effects.c. We run this code and .exe. We can see what is the output. Here value is updating. This global variable updates. Okay, it is updating by, it is incrementing by 1. Previously it was 0. We are calling 3 times. We are calling 3 times successively, and value is increasing from 0, 1 and 2. This is not reentrant function. As value is increasing, it is modifying our values or data. That's why it is called side effect of a function. It is not an reentrant function. And here our reentrant function, I've written two functions, myfunc and reentrant function, and though both are taking a very both have their own variables int I and int I. Guys, note that these int I, the scope of these two variables are in their own function, or in their own function. We cannot use outside the function. Means scope is local. Okay. Here we have called our reentrant function with a value 5 four times. Successive call. This is successive call to our function, and in this function we have, this is our reentrant function, we have just written return statement my func I into 10, means here I, value of I is 5, but uh, here 5, and we will pass to my func 5, and it will call another function while running this function. Guys, it is running this function, and during the execution it is calling to another function. And what is in another function? We are just simply returning I into 10. Here I is 5, 5 into 10 is 50, 50 is returned, and here 50 into 10, which equals 500, it will give 500. Okay, let's run the code and see what happens. This is 500, it prints 500 all the time, 500 four time. If it changes the output, it will not be the reentrant function. Okay, four successively function calls are made to my reentrant function, which increment which doesn't increment, doesn't hamper the value. Okay, what was in side effect? Side effect, we successively called three times my func, and it hampered the value of global variable. Okay, that modification was the side effect of calling my func. Okay, here if I, this is the code of side effect, this is three successive calls, and it modifies the global variable I, and this modification is known as side effect of calling my func. Okay, writing reentrant functions is a good design practice. Functions with side effects introduce bugs in large software. Okay, guys, in large software uh, it can introduce bugs. Okay, hope you understand the concept of reentrant functions. We will do recursion in other videos. Okay, in later videos. Okay, thank you guys, and happy coding.